Johannesburg to meet young Aksonim. It's a beautiful day, sunny day, Saturday.
Nächste Station.
Hello everyone and welcome to our show about everything. And today I'm really happy to have with me Young Aksonim, my dear friend. And let's start our show. And hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's very good to see you.
Really great to see you.
Yeah, and at this place and this Dharma room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glad you could come. Really glad you could be here.
Thank you very much. And I want to ask you first question about yourself. Tell the people what you do.
Not so special. I was born and raised in the States and went to university and realized that I didn't know why I was born in this world, and I didn't know what to be in this world. I didn't know who I was. And I met a teacher after studying philosophy and realizing you couldn't discover it there. Found a teacher who pointed me back to the fact that I don't know. I don't know why I came into this world, why I must leave, and how I could look into that not knowing. I knew I didn't know, but I didn't know that that was the doorway. And he showed me how to open that doorway and walk through into don't know.
Okay, and since then?
So since then, I've been basically doing retreats because I have lots and lots of karma, and I need to keep practicing and keep polishing the mirror, as it were.
Yeah, like this one?
Yeah, like this one. You got to polish that pretty frequently. And human beings too. We have so much more that sticks to our mirror, especially in the world today. In the old days, you could be a monk and do a little bit of practice, and that could be enough for a day. But we have so much more information and material and deadlines, just like anyone living out in the world. And now with social media, so much more contact and communication and wishes from people to offer some teaching that you do need to make your practice stay strong every day in order to be good, do something good for this world.
Okay. So let's start with the questions.
Great.
This Zen interviews, flowing, and we'll see where it goes.
Okay, good.
So today, when you woke up today, what was the first thoughts that came up in your head? Do you remember?
Yes. Oh, I need the bathroom. I need the bathroom pretty badly.
4 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the first thing that's, and I can tell you, if you ask me the question tomorrow, that will probably also be the answer. And if you ask me the next day, that will probably always. So Zen mind just means right now mind.
Right now mind.
Zen mind is not some mystical state or arcane study. It's just now mind. Just
daily
waking
mind.
up, the first sensation is, oh, I have to pee.
Okay.
I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then boom. Then
that's what you do.
Go into the bathroom. Then you put the seat up, and then that's wisdom, step by step. That's this everyday life. Everyday mind is the true way.
Yes.
So that's the first thing that occurred to me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
About your past. About karma and past, did you get away with it? I mean, or you still have things inside that you worked out? How your life with your, where you come from?
Yeah, well.
Really quick,
Yeah, well, our karma is something that is a very major force in our life, and it's literally embodied, you could almost say encoded in our cells, certain things like addictions and things like a need for adrenaline or stress or trauma. Those things get implanted basically in the biological functioning of your body, neural pathways and stuff. So you can do all the practice you want in the world, but if you have some sort of a trauma or some sort of a horrible thing that has engraved itself literally in your physiology, karma is not the simple subject of correcting a few attitudes of how your unclear mind gets put into operation. There's things that are fully instantiated in your whole mind-body experience of everyday life. So as a monk, I still have karma. Anyone who lives near me knows that. But you also hear from time to time that, Sneem, you weren't like this before. You're something. You're much more calm. Something. So certainly as I've moved farther away from the period of being very famous and being this empty situation of being chased around a lot and expected and squeezed by people, then you get a little farther away from those synapses of defense, and you see, that's how I live. That's why it's not a very healthy lifestyle, especially for a monk. So I live every day just moment. The greatest effort is to let go of thinking and just be moment. Just be fully moment with someone, with a situation. Just be fully moment.
Okay.
So the entire training in the Zen Center is centered around taking away opportunities for thinking as an individual and as a group about certain decisions. You can think what you want, but certain decisions about life or the Dharma room or how the practice is going to happen. And then it's like this bungee jump. You can release into this bungee jump of moment, in all of the daily activities of being in a retreat. Okay. So the work that I do every day is not that I can somehow escape from my karma, and I have a feeling that a lot of these different karmic things I might have for the rest of my life, so I might as well be good friends with them. Okay. But it's just a matter of seeing through it and seeing them till they don't control you as much. And then in that space, they can reduce like a tumor or something. Yeah. But you don't overcome it. Someone once said to me about the death of a child, the sadness of when a child dies or is killed, that they say, you never get over it. You just learn to live with it, and in that way, not crush your life. So that's the same thing with karma. There are karmic things that we can get over, but there are strands of it for some cases of our psychology that can be a lot deeper and that can continue for many years. So that stewardship of that is that presence that allows it not to grow and fester or anything and not control you is attention. And attention requires effort and hopefully a consistent everyday effort.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now from the cycle from 1 to 10, where you put yourself these days on the suffering scale? I mean, 1 is Buddha. Yeah. So where are you these days? What do you feel about?
I'm like a 6 or 7.
Come on.
Really?
No way. No way.
Well, for this reason. I feel like everyone else, that sense of looming gloom about the environment, about the climate. Yeah. And so I do feel existentially, that's why I say 6 or 7.
Okay, I got
this
you.
This sense of this
personal,
cosmic, about myself personally, I feel 4 or 5, I don't know, whatever.
Maybe it's 3?
3, 4, 5, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to be not arrogant by saying anything too high. But that definitely worries me, and certainly the situation with where we're going with some of the racism and stuff, that weighs on the heart, and that's fire for practice. That's like this hwadu, this what am I, this what is this, imogo, is so intense these days, from our climate situation to our political, to the nationalism, to the racism that's happening, to some of the uncertainty, to this kind of political fighting that's happening, the fire of what is this life? What is this? You and I were just talking a little while before about, some part of me is about the environmental, the climate thing, like, well, do human beings deserve a reason to live? So great is just the willful sinning that we do. So that, just the realization of that too makes you go, oh, man.
Takes you up on the scale.
So yeah, I mean, I feel this kind of like worldwide pain. And I'm very fortunate that personal pains are at a minimum.
Yeah.
So thanks Lord Buddha for that from the practice. And the rest of the stuff is just stuff that hopefully I try to use it to fire up the practice, to this looking inside, what is this? This is truly don't know. We're truly in don't know waters here, but we're not taking the time to look at it. Right. We're picking up, we got our noses in these all the time. We have to for work, but even myself, I've got to be really careful. I've got that stuff going sometimes. Yeah. And so if we can bring attention, if we can have some formal practice, some regular practice, and retreats, 3-4 days, really putting it down and really being inside, well, something about this can be maybe recycled or transmuted. There is the alchemy of practice, I believe in. So yeah, that's where things are for me now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, if tomorrow you're gonna die, what can you do from now to correct things, or you know what I mean? If tomorrow we're gonna die, you regret something, or what can you do from now on to make this world better, or you know?
Just keep a clear mind.
Yeah?
Just keep a clear mind.
What it means, it's in simple language.
Yeah, well, it doesn't get any simpler than that. That keep a clear mind just means keep a clear mind. Don't hold anything in the mind. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
But don't hold anything in the mind. And at that moment, if I learned that I was going to be transitioning out of this body the next day, I believe I would spend it in meditation, intense, intense meaning just really long and not interrupted. And I would want to transition with this clear mind. I would keep clear mind. Anything more that you eat or taste or whatever will be a figment of a nothing memory in a few hours, but a few moments of real true don't know could be a great way to let go of this and therefore have no regrets. Regrets are still just thinking.
You're still holding something.
Yeah, still holding some thinking. And so to be in don't know is already no regrets. And then it's just clear transition to whatever is the next.
Is our the Sansonim used to say, put it all down, right?
Yeah, he
right.
yeah, let go of it all.
Oh.
Let go.
Yeah, it's not that simple, but still.
No, it's not. But that's why we practice all the time.
Yeah,
that's why I try to have a regular practice.
Okay. And
keep
as
that
one
clear.
has practiced for so many years, what is your biggest attachment? You know,
my biggest
the
attachment.
one biggest,
Wow.
yeah.
Do you have an hour? Just for my top 100 attachments would take me about.
The one.
Oh, that's really hard. There's so many of them.
I don't know.
There's so-
Big one.
The big one. The big one. Big one in terms of size or in terms of weight or
I don't know.
frequency. Yeah, I mean, I'm attached to, I don't know, just silence. Actually, I'm attached to silence. That's become a big thing now. I find great frustration going into coffee shops and restaurants with people when there's all this piped in pop music playing, or being in a bus, or we've got this local shuttle that sometimes takes people to the airport, and when they just play this senseless pop music, I find myself getting very irritated. And I'm going like, you've been meditating for a few years. How could you, that really bothers you, but something that you know is going to stick in your ear during all the next hours of not just meditation, just being.
Right.
That I find that to be something that I have less patience for. And I'm not saying it's a good thing at all. I think I should have more, it bothers me, senseless kind of pop music in the background. It's like, I say it's like turning the water on and leaving the room. It's it's a waste, and it's a waste of attention. And so I find that I become a little bit irritable if I experience that, or if I can't get out, or the person I'm with and someone is telling me something very, very powerful, but that is
so maybe more practice about that.
Yes, yeah, well I got to practice about a lot of things, yeah. I mean, it's like, I just got to get more time to practice, not so much busy.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do is just practice. Then I can be a better person, hopefully, for others, which is the goal.
Okay, so now, if you could ask yourself this one question, what would you ask yourself, this one big question that you would like to ask yourself? What question would that be?
Why are you so damn lazy? Why are you so damn lazy? I mean, what's the pleasure in being so lazy? I'm such a lazy person.
Me too. So
I don't know.
What can we do about it? I mean,
well, that's why I live in a temple, because I'm sure if I didn't, I would be.
It helps you?
For sure, yeah. I mean, of course. Like my toilets get cleaned. No, but I did that for many, many years. I'm just lazy. I hate it that I'm lazy. It bothers me. It bothers the shit out of me that I'm such a lazy person. I mean, I'm active in some ways, but just.
It's interesting to say that, because in our Western world, I noticed that people always repeat this, I'm very busy. They're very afraid of laziness. I mean, and if they would not say it.
Yeah.
They say the opposite.
But I even knew as a kid that I was lazy. I knew I am lazy. And I just developed this habit, and I don't like it. So I just admitted it to you. I completely don't like this habit, and
I appreciate this honesty.
Yeah, well,
that's
that's life for me. It's like every day is dealing with the habit of laziness, and some approach to solution. That's what they sometimes used to call like the backseat driver.
Okay.
The backseat driver. You must turn if you're in the passenger seat. Well, no, you're in the driver's seat. You have to turn around to your backseat driver and say, "You must shut up." And so laziness is one of my I have several backseat drivers sometimes. But when I'm practicing, or actually they're much less than they were in the past. They don't control at all, except this kind of theme that's being put out there that I have to deal with. It's not like this psychological control checking mind that I used to have before I started practicing. So this is just not that much for that. But I would like not to be able to have that laziness thing going on.
So now, before we finished, now we can look at the camera and 1 minute. Try 1 minute to say whatever you feel the most important to the people in the world that can help this world.
Well, I basically have said everything already. You know, we're all really worried in this situation of, the climate situation and all of this war stuff and this kind of craziness in the political sphere. And we're all sharing the same angst about it everywhere you go nowadays in kind of the developed world that I've been little in touch with. It's like that. And we just have to find our don't know. We just have to find the seed. Desantim said it's like a fruit on a tree that's been on the tree, and at first all sides didn't have any kind of color. Then one side got a good color, but the other side was not ripe. And then they all got the same color, and then spots appeared. And when the spots appear, all of that other process took a long time. But when these spots appear, it soon becomes rotten and soon falls down. So he said that's the state of this world, soon become rotten. But the fruit falls down. But inside this fruit, there is a seed. There's a seed. And then we find that seed, this fruit can do its job continuously. So we have to find our seed. And that's meditation. That's Zen. Zen is finding seed.
And last question.
Yeah.
Did you find what you're looking for?
So very nice to see you again, Tamir. I hope to see you again very soon, hopefully in Israel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. My pleasure. Yeah?
Enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, great.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you all, dear friends, and we see you all next time. Thank you, and bye-bye.